The Chargers are loaded with star power, but in order to win the Super Bowl, you need depth. If any of these guys get injured because we're the Chargers, then here are the 3 backups that I have the most confidence in. And we're going to start off with somebody that a lot of you guys have no idea this guy's even on the team. So make sure to bolt up, like, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's get right into it. Now, we know that the Chargers have a pretty good interior offensive line with Zion, Johnston, and Jamari Sawyer. But what if one of those guys were to go down? Well, the next man up would be Zack Bailey. Zack Bailey has been quietly playing really well in training camp and these past 2 preseason games. I haven't seen a lot of Chargers fans talk or even notice him out there, but through 2 games, he is not only the highest graded offensive lineman, but the highest graded player on the Chargers. He has an 81 pass blocking grade, 84.1 run blocking grade, and the way he moves in the run game, man, you can tell that he loves run blocking more than pass blocking. I mean, this guy, he just sees red sometimes, and he has quick feet. He establishes his base really well. He's got really heavy hands that don't seem to come off of you once he's got that grip on you. And on that big Isaiah Spiller run in the red zone versus the Saints, he was about 5 yards down the field with the lead block to give Isaiah the space that he needed for that run. And he has only allowed 2 pressures in 91 snaps at right guard, while Zion has allowed none in 32 snaps, and Jamari has allowed 3 in 32 snaps. And now listen, the level of competition probably has a little bit to say about that, but that is still Zack Bailey. That's very impressive for him, and his feet are good enough to the point where I would honestly want to see him have a shot at swing tackle, because, I mean, the guys that we have out there right now, Foster Sarell and Austin Pleasants, I have no confidence in them whatsoever if Rashawn Slater were to go down or Trey Pipkins were to go down. So why not throw Zack Bailey out there, your best reserve offensive lineman? He's got great feet anyway. And then the other option, if a tackle were to go down, were to put Zack Bailey in at right guard and then move Jamari Sawyer out there to tackle. But then at that point, you're mixing up 2 different spots on your offensive line, and typically what teams want to do is have as little movement as possible, just keep it as consistent as possible. And for that to happen, if a tackle were to go down, you throw Zack Bailey out there at tackle. I want to see him get snaps out there, and if not, put Jamari out there at tackle, man. But if anybody on this interior offensive line were to go down, I have full confidence in Zack Bailey to step up. And even if a tackle were to go down, I would have confidence in Zack Bailey over the guys that we have at tackle, at backup tackle right now. And I also have full confidence in my reception. Thanks to Mint Mobile for partnering with me for today's video. Ryan Reynolds and I have a lot in common, including the fact that I'm partnering with Mint Mobile for today's video. Even though Ryan Reynolds is an owner and I'm not, but Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data because they're built on the nation's largest 5G network. Listen, man, I've used the service. I was on YouTube, played a game of TFT. I had no interruptions or anything. Every Mint Mobile plan includes unlimited nationwide talk and text, lightning fast 5G, and a free mobile hotspot. So with these other companies, you're literally paying more per month for access to the same network. And switching to Mint was really easy. You just need an eSIM compatible phone, and then you can sign up and activate it from your own home. If your phone is not eSIM compatible, they will send you a physical SIM card for free. It took me 12 minutes to switch plans. And now, as a special limited time offer, you can get their unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month, for $15 a month. That's a 50% savings, and it only takes you 15 minutes to pay as low as $15 a month for your phone plan. It really is that simple. You can use my link right here. You can click on the link in the description or scan the QR code to get started. It helps out my channel immensely. Thank you, guys. And now listen, if Joey Bosa or Khalil Mack were to miss a game, it would suck, obviously, but the next man up to get significant playing time would be Chris Rumph. And Chris Rumph has been having a great camp and preseason. He has been playing so well with an elite grade of 90.3 and an elite pass rushing grade of 90. That is 11th best out of the 200 edge players that have taken a snap in the preseason this year, and his pass rush grade is 7th best. He has shown the ability to seal off the edge in the run game while also having great technique and hand usage in the pass rush. Against the Rams, bro, he put on a clinic of arm chops and long arms and converting his speed into power. They could not deal with him at all. I mean, that game, that was the best that we have ever seen Chris Rumph. And then against the Saints, he continued playing well, but then on one play, he swiped away the hands of a tight end, got into the backfield so freaking fast, and then he missed a tackle on the running back, which was then cleaned up by Deane, Leonard, and JT Woods, but still, gotta make that tackle, man. He's gotta make those. Reminded me a little bit of Melvin Ingram, always putting himself in good position to make a play, but then misses the sack or misses the tackle. Chris Rumph, he's got to finish those plays in order to become the elite player that PFF has graded him to be. But he has come such a long way, and if Chris Rumph was forced to start in case of an injury, I would have full confidence in him and the man behind him, Tuipulotu, because both of their usage rate would go up. And obviously, it would hurt this team immensely, right? If Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa were to go down and get injured. But with all of this edge depth that we have right now, we would be relying more on Chris Rumph and Tuipulotu, and I'm okay with that. Although we would be missing an elite pass rusher and run defender, I'm fine with Chris Rumph and Tuipulotu seeing more time on the field because I think they're ready, and I think they're better than a lot of the pass rushers and edge players on some of these other teams that are starting. Now, wide receiver is probably the deepest position on this team, and if somebody were to go down, we'd be pretty well equipped to deal with it, although it depends on who exactly goes down. But if one of Mike or Keenan get injured, that would put Josh Palmer into the starting lineup and Quentin Johnston into wide receiver 3, with probably Derius Davis right after that. And Derius Davis, man, he is so elusive and fast, but he is also a tough wide receiver, man. He can take those shots, hold onto the ball over the middle the same way that Keenan can. He just needs to add that same nuance to his route that Keenan has, and then Derius Davis would become a third down machine. With his speed, he naturally wins on so many of his routes, and he brings an element of explosiveness to this offense that only Quentin Johnston can really replicate. Quentin Johnston and Josh Palmer would be the ones taking the bulk of the snaps at wide receiver if somebody were to go down. And after all that I've seen from them in camp, I feel pretty good about them making up for a lot of the production that we would be missing. However, if Mike Williams were to go down, we would lack an elite jump ball guy, although Quentin Johnston can do that, so we wouldn't be lacking that skill set in the offense. We would be lacking the elite jump ball guy. And if Keenan were to go down, we would be lacking an elite route runner in our offense that really, I mean, you can't really replicate that anywhere else. Josh Palmer is a pretty good route runner. He's probably the next best one, and he has had issues with drops, and he can't be relied on yet as a third down conversion magnet like Keenan is. Quentin Johnston looks to be a complete wide receiver, but he has also had some issues with drops, and he is only a rookie, so you can't task him with being that main chain mover in an offense with all of these other weapons. Honestly, if Keenan Allen were to go down, this would be a big blow for the offense, but the next best target on those third and shorts, it would probably be Austin Eckler, and you use these talented wide receivers as distractions for the defense. So those are the 3 positions that I would have the most confidence in if somebody were to go down. If you didn't see yesterday's video, I recapped the entirety of the Chargers and Saints game. Go ahead and check that one out. Thanks for watching.